Hello everyone, this is Dr.P.Syamala from the Department of MBA International Business Management Studies, Acharya Nagarjuna University. And coming to today's topic, our topic is regarding training and development. In previous sessions, we have studied about staffing. Okay, those were the functions of management. We have completed the planning, organizing, staffing. Okay, and under staffing, recruitment, selection we have studied. Now under staffing only we are going to study about training and development. Okay, so in this session we are going to study what is the training, why does an enterprise need to provide training to its workers, and uh, or else uh, why the training is provided to employees, and what are the objectives of human resource training. So all these concepts can be studied under training and development. So before going to this, the efficient functioning of an organization depends upon the efficiency or the capability of personnel working in the organization. Okay, so when we can say that an organization is in a growth stage, or else organization is in a well matured one, means whenever we have an efficient functioning in organization. So efficient functioning of an organization depends upon the efficiency of the persons who are working in the organization, the capabilities of the persons working in the organization. Okay, and the capability of a person depends upon what, means his ability to work and the type of training he received. Okay, so the ability of the work depends upon the training that he had taken. Okay, means the person's ability of a person is evaluated or identified through proper selection. So under selection only, first of all we have to categorize that particular person, that in which job he will be best suitable, best suited. Okay, from there the person can be evaluated, his skills and abilities can be evaluated, right? Now training is not something that is given only once to new employees. Okay, so training can be given to not only the new employees but also the existing employees also, means new and old, both of them learn and receive training throughout the throughout their stay in the organization. Means training plays an active role in increasing the efficiency of employees in an organization. Okay, so training plays an important role in the organization. Training of employees, both managerial and non-managerial, okay, means all the levels of management, is very important aspect of staff functioning. Okay, why? Because we will study this training program under staffing only. Okay, so uh, as a definition given by the Edwin B. Flippo. Okay, he has given the definition regarding the training. Okay, means the act of increasing the skills of an employee for doing a particular job. Okay, training means act of increasing the skills, technical knowledge and problem solving abilities. So all over it increases the capabilities or potentialities of a person or an employee doing a particular job in an organization. Okay, so training, in one word we can say that training means it is imparting specific skills, okay, or new skills, technical know-how and problem solving ability to that particular employee who is performing a particular job, right? So this is training and development. So according to him, the act of increasing the skills of an employee for doing a particular job, this is known as training and development. Okay, means basically training involves changing of the skills, knowledge, attitude or social behavior. Means it helps an employee to improve his attitude towards the work. Through training he can enhances, he improves his attitude, okay, towards the work, and his behavior towards his fellow workers and supervisors also enhanced. Okay, means here we are increasing the human relations also, as we are enhancing the skills and knowledge of the person. At the same time, similarly, he tries to learn the human relations also while he is undergoing the training. Okay, means finally we can say that training is a never ending or a continuous process. Okay, and coming to the factors of training. Okay, so what were the factors of training? So according to the Professor Bass, he had given three factors regarding the training and development. Okay, so these are the factors that forces the need of training and development. Okay, first one is technological advancements, second one organizational complexity, third one is human relations. Okay, means these are the three factors that forces the need of training and development in an organization. Okay, so technological advancements means definitely each and every organization, okay, the growth depends upon the application of the technological advancements that were going in their industries. Okay, so if at all they are not adopting, or if at all they are not changing according to the changing environment in the industries, so they will be they cannot, the organizations cannot compete with the other organizations. Okay, so therefore according to the changing needs, according to the changing technologies, okay, so definitely if at all there are new technologies, definitely the employees in the organization, they have to know the application of those technological advancements in the organization. Okay, so definitely they have to undergo the training. Okay, so this is important factor to go for training and development of employees. And another one is organizational complexity. So the complex nature in the organization, the system in the organization, the state of affairs of the organization, the hierarchy of the organization. Okay, all these also leads to the need for training and development program to employees in an organization. Okay, so the culture of the organization, the complexities that were involved in the organizations, so all this leads to the training and development facilities. For example, if the organization hires the employees with minimum for any job, if there is a specification for some job. Okay, in order to perform that particular job, there are some specificities to perform that job means. So this organization, due to the lack of the people regarding to perform that particular job, so it had hired that person. Okay, so whenever it hired the person with a low level of knowledge regarding that specific job, in order to perform that specific job, definitely he has to undergo certain training program. Okay, why means he has to perform that position, so definitely he has to know the flaws of the position also. Okay, so the ups and downs of that program, or else ups and downs of that position, job position. So the need of the position, the role of the position, the responsibilities of the position, skills of the position, job position, all should be learned by that particular person. So in such case also training is needed for that employee. Means the organization's policies and procedures, state of affairs, so the complexity of the organization leads to the training and development programs. And the last one is human relations. Okay, This is also important factor. So the organization's backbone is the individuals only. Okay, without the individuals or without employees, organizations may not run. Okay, so therefore whenever there is a positive environment in the organization, whenever there are good cordial relations between the employees, then the organization can succeed. Okay, or else conflicts may arise which leads to the losses or else decrease in the productivity of organization. Therefore, good in order to maintain good human relations, okay, training is also needed. Why? Because in training, along with skills, along with abilities, along with knowledge, along with technical know-how, the behavior, okay, the social behavior or else the behavior of the individual also enhances how to increase the human relations, the behavior with other persons, all can also be enhanced in these training programs. Therefore, these are the three factors, okay, that forces the need for training and development programs for an employee in the organization. Okay, so now coming to the need for training. So what is the need for training means? So non-availability of trained personnel. Okay. First one is. Second one is suitability for enterprise needs. And the third one is proficiency in latest methods. So these were the needs regarding the training and development. So for this, in order to satisfy these needs, we have to undergo the training and development program. So non availability of trained personnel. So what does it means? It is difficult to find properly trained workers. Okay, trained workers for various categories of jobs in an enterprise, okay, or else an organization. So in such times, it makes necessary to select workers with little or no training for the kind of work to be handled by them. So in countries with inadequate facilities for vocational education or technical training, employers themselves are required to make arrangements to impart training to untrained workers. Okay, so in such cases, this non availability of trained personnel leads to the need for the training. And coming to suitability, second one for enterprise needed means according to the needs of the organization, okay, specific jobs has to be conducted. Okay, some jobs need a specific skills, okay, specific knowledge. So according to that, also training should be given. Means even a worker is otherwise well trained for the job to be assigned to him, he needs to be given some special training, okay, consistent with specialized job requirements of the enterprise, according to the job requirements also. Okay, so all the jobs may not be similar, some specific jobs need some specific knowledge and skills and abilities. So therefore in such cases training is to be provided or imparted. Okay, so it needs to be supplemented with a special training peculiar to each job. Now, third one is proficiency in latest methods. So, proficiency in latest method means according to the changes or else the rapid scientific and technological developments made it necessary to provide continuous training facilities in the organization itself. So, in absence of training facilities in the latest developments and methods, workers of the enterprise might face the danger of getting out of a touch with the latest methods. Okay, so the adoption of old methods results in the increasing administration expenses and other expenses. Therefore, it should be very difficult to survive the competition. So, adequate training is essential in latest methods. Okay. Now coming to the importance of training. So importance of training means training is a continuous process of imparting knowledge to employees, and it helps them in improving productivity and behavioral pattern also. So we know that by giving training to employees, it increases the productivity of organization. At the same time, it enhances the behavioral pattern of the employee also. Okay, how to behave with the other persons, how to maintain human relations in the organization. So it serves several purposes and needs of an organization. Therefore, it is beneficial to both the employer and at the same time employee also. So therefore, we can see the following importance regarding the training and development programs. Okay, first one is improves performance of employees. Okay, so what does performance of employees means? Enhancement of performance of employees means all training programs directly or indirectly contribute to higher level of performance on the part of employees. Okay, so here training helps the employees to improve quantity and quality both, okay, of production through improvement in work methods and skills. Okay, so he can enhance, his employee can enhance both quantity wise and quality wise, okay, methods wise and also the skills wise. And in other words, if we want to say, means training helps in improving the quality and quantity of workers output. Okay, so output means the production, okay, productivity. Next, improvements in manpower productivity in developed nations can be attributed in no small measure to their education and industrial training programs. Okay, so now coming to second one, boost employee morale. So it enhances the morale of the employee, means training gives an employee confidence. Okay, confidence in the sense handling the job which is assigned to him by the organization. Okay, so it enables him to achieve the performance required by the job to be handled by him. So by this, positive correlation between his skills and the job, okay, between the skills, okay, between skills and job will give him job satisfaction, okay, which ultimately boosts the moral and self confidence of the employee. So thus, we can say that training increases morale of employees. Okay, next coming to the third one. So third one is reduce cost of operations. So reduce cost of operations means training helps employees to perform their jobs efficiently. We all know that. Okay, so it enhances the efficiency by supplying adequate information to them regarding the job content. Okay, and also the methods and procedures to be used for performing the job. Effective and proper handling of equipment is ensured. Okay, so they know the proper working, proper application of methods and procedures, what is the content of the job. So all these enhances the efficiency of the employee. So all the training ensures the application of the job content, okay, properly. So we can see that inefficiency, spoilage, or wastage in respect of use of machines is reduced to minimum. Okay, so we cannot see more wastage, more spoilage of machines, okay, or else inefficiency of handling those machines. All this can be reduced if at all the person has taken training. Okay, so another one is the fourth one, reduce supervision cost. So reduce supervision cost means whenever an employee is trained, means definitely those employees are made well versed with regard to their job and skills of solving the work related problem. Okay, so they will develop the problem solving nature. Okay, so skills can be enhanced regarding the work related problems. Therefore, trained employees require less supervision. They require more autonomy and freedom with reduced supervision. Okay, a manager can increase his span of management if at all the employees are trained. Okay, so if at all they are trained employees, means it reduces the burden to manager also in the aspect of supervision. So in that way he can increase his span of management. He can use his time in on other aspects of functions of management. Okay, and coming to fifth one, establish relationships among man, his job and work environment. So with all these three elements, a relationship can be enhanced, established. Okay, means it training helps employees in making them well related to their job and work environment. So it is by establishing proper relation among them, high level of productivity also can be achieved through this training. Okay, through established relationship among the job and work environment. And coming to promotion of employees, so promotion of employees means training is beneficial to organization as well as employees also. So by imparting training to employees, they are made capable of taking up challenging jobs, and they may be promoted to higher positions also. Okay, so by taking up in challenges in their jobs, showing a good performance in their jobs. Okay, so ultimately it results in the promotion. Okay, higher promotions, higher positions. Okay, so thus training facilities promotion of workers to higher jobs and increases the market value and also the earning power to them. Okay, so another one is seventh one, the promotion of safety. Okay, so another important aspect through training. So training develops new knowledge and skills among employees. So it helps employee to use various safety devices. Okay, so how to use those devices in training only. Okay, for if we see on the job aspects or off the job training facilities, so with the help they will do a workshop by by doing practically on machines. Okay, so in such times they know how to work with machineries also. So they can get or they can acquire knowledge regarding the machines, how to use them. So what were the safety measures that has to be taken while working. So training also leads to the promotion of safety. Another one is fulfill manpower requirements of organization. Okay, so fulfillment of requirement, manpower requirement means, see, in routine functioning of organizations, job vacancies arising out of retrenchment, dismissal, or any other reason may be filled internally only. Okay, so by providing training, employees are prepared to take up variety of jobs and perform them efficiently. Okay, so we have studied in recruitment, internal source of recruitment and external source of recruitment. And the internal source of recruitment, if at all any job vacancy is there in an organization, so within the organization only the capable person will be selected to that particular job position. So if at all we are giving training, means definitely those people come forward, okay, and perform the work efficiently. So thus training helps in creating a pool of trained personnel from which replacements can be drawn to fill the loss of pay personnel at any time. So whenever some retrenchments or dismissals are there in organization, in such times trained employees will be placed there. Okay, so another one is improves social behavior. So training means it not only sharpens their conceptuals or innovative technical, okay, behavior, but also the behavioral aspects and the social outlook of the people also will be enhanced through training process. Okay, so we can say that training attempts to increase the quality of human relations in an organizations. Those people interact with fellow workers, how to work with them, supervisors, fellow workers. Okay, they work with them effectively. Okay, and also maintains cordial relationships in group, so which may further contribute to higher production in the organization also. So last one is it facilitates introduction of latest methods. So facilitates introduction of latest methods means, so the scientific and technological advancements will require new approach to work. Okay, whenever we are seeing the changes in the environment, okay, regarding the technological aspects or scientific aspects. Okay, so definitely we have to acquire new approach towards the work. Okay, so the work methods, okay, constantly undergoing some changes. So definitely there is a necessity to adopt those type of work. At the same time, adaptability of the workers also according to the changing environments. So a trained worker can be more adaptable to the change than an untrained one. So a trained worker can easily learn new work techniques with little guidance. Okay, so according to the changing environment. Okay, so the trained person will adapt to new situations more easily because they have basic technological knowledge. And in fact, there is no greater organizational asset than trained and motivated personnel, because these people can turn the other assets into productive as a whole. Okay, so the training, giving training to the employees, it will be definitely, trained employees will be definitely an asset for the organizations. Okay, so definitely it facilitates the introduction of latest methods. So these are all the important aspects, okay, of training. So coming to steps in training program. So, under steps in training program, see, every organization needs the service of trained persons for performing the activities effectively and a systematic way also. So, the fast changing technological developments, as we studied in before concept, okay, makes the knowledge of employees obsolete. So, they require constant training to cope up with the needs of the job. So training is not something that is given only once to new employees, but also employees, old employees and new employees also. Okay, so they learn and receive training throughout their organization, stay in the organization. So training is the act of increasing the knowledge and skill of an employee for doing a particular job. So here, what were the steps that were included in training program? Means identifying training needs, getting ready for the job, preparation of the trainee, explaining the job sequence, actual tryout, follow up. Okay, so all these can be seen in the process of training program. So definitely a training program should be prepared to suit the needs of the organization. Okay, the objectives of the training program should be determined. Okay, and then it should be prepared as per the needs. So we have to follow certain steps regarding the training programs. Here in training programs, both managers and workers will be involved. Why? Because they have to increase the effectiveness. Okay, effectiveness of the potentialities. Okay, in their present jobs, and also and not only for their present jobs, but also this training prepares them for the promotion to positions also. Okay, with greater responsibility. So, training can be of different types, which can be studied in later on classes. Okay, but as for now, we will study about the steps that were involved in the training program. So, identifying the training needs. First one is identifying the training needs. So, identifying the training needs means, first of all we have to identify, okay, what are the needs of organization, where we are lagging, so where we have to give the training. So a thorough analysis of organizational needs should be taken up. What do our organization needs regarding the training? Okay, so what is the availability of manpower resources, and the deficiencies in performance also should be discussed. Okay, so and the analysis of organizational goals will also help in determining the training needs. According to the organizational objectives also, we have to identify what needs are we have to undertake. Okay, so without determining proper training needs, a systematic program for it will not be possible. Next, getting ready for the job. So after identifying the training needs, the next step will be to decide, okay, to decide the about the trainees, trainers, and the techniques of training. Okay, all should be analyzed. So the persons to be imparted training should be spotted. Is it the newcomer only or existing persons we have to give training? Okay, but usually newcomers are certainly we have to provide some training to them. In addition to them, refresher training is arranged, okay, for present employees also. So the supervisors and other level managers also required to attend some courses for acquainting them with latest methods of work, trends in market, etc. So a training program requires good trainers also. So first of all, we have to know to which persons we have to give the training. So who are the persons? New employees or existing employees, supervisors, okay, refreshers, okay, all these can be analyzed. And also, who has to give the training? Means the trainer, good trainers has to be analyzed, the persons with who is having the competence in training programs, okay. So the techniques of training also. So the persons who has to, we have to give training, and also the person who gives, so um, trainee, trainer, and at the same time the techniques of training, all these will be involved in the getting ready for the job. So which type of training? Means it involves so many types of training, like on the job training, off the job training, vestibular training, okay, different types will be there. So depending upon the requirement, we have to take those methods, okay. And the third one is preparation of the trainee. So preparation of the trainee means the trainee or learner should be put at ease or else enthusiasm by explaining to him the need for present training and its utility for the work he is going to take up. So whenever we explain the necessity of the work, necessity of the training, okay, and we have to create an anxiety or enthusiasm, or else we have to put that trainee into ease by explaining the full particulars or else the need of the present training and its use also, okay. So if the trainee is of the view that this type of training may not be benefited to him, so if at all he is in that perception, means definitely he will have a casual approach towards the training, means he will not put full efforts to learn the training, okay. And therefore, the trainee should be encouraged to ask questions about the job and ways of doing it. The trainee should be taken as close to the conditions of work as possible, so that he can, or else he will be familiarizes with that particular training, okay. And coming to the fourth one, explaining the job sequence, okay. So the trainer should explain the sequence or the step by step process of undertaking taking the job. Every step should be properly discussed with the trainees, okay. So the trainer should demonstrate the method of doing the job, how to perform the job, what is the step, what is the process, what is the sequence of the training job, okay. So the trainer should demonstrate him, okay, what is the method that is going to be adopted in performing the job, okay. So for this purpose, this trainer may use audio visual aids, okay, to explain the minute to minute details of doing the job. And the trainees may be encouraged to ask questions on different steps of the job also, okay. So the trainer should encourage that trainee, okay, so to ask any doubts, if at all any doubts, or else any queries regarding the job, okay. So they may also be asked to repeat the steps which they were told earlier, okay. So the trainer can ask the process or else the steps that he has told earlier to the trainee. And coming to another one, actual tryout, okay. So the trainee is asked to do the job himself and repeat it a number of times. So the trainer watches the actual performance of the trainees, okay, and points out the mistakes. Why the trainer asks the trainee to do the job himself? Means in order to see any flaws in the job, okay. So if at all there are any flaws, means definitely he will point out those mistakes, okay. Why? Because in order to rectify those wrong steps, okay. So the trainee is asked to repeat the full sequence of doing the job. So this procedure is repeated up to the time the trainees do not perform the work correctly. Then the trainees are given performance tests to judge their level of learning also. They may also be given oral or written test also. Why? Because to ascertain their knowledge of the job, and these tests help in improving the techniques if some deficiencies are found in their performance, okay. And finally we come to the follow up. So follow up is nothing but the feedback. Okay, so this step is undertaken to test the effectiveness of training program, how effectively that trainer had given to the training, and how effectively this training has learned the training process. Okay, a follow up action is essential to find out whether the trainee has improved their performance or not. So this step helps in making improvements, okay, in future training programs. Okay, definitely feedback will be very helpful. Okay, now coming to the improving effectiveness of training. So how can we improve the effectiveness, okay, effectiveness of the training? So first one is training objectives. Okay, so what does training objectives? There should be specific training objectives. Okay, why? Because they will help in deciding about the type of training required. Why? Because we have different types of methods, okay, in training. So which method we have to adopt, it depends upon the objective of the training. So the performance standards of employees should be decided, and training should be directed to achieve it. So an aimless training program will not be of much use. Why? Because definitely aim should be there, objective should be there. What is the purpose of the training? All should be analyzed. Then only there will be a proper meaning for the training. Okay, so when there is an aim to be achieved in employee training, then all efforts should be directed to achieve it, because objective is the main thing which all the other aspects will be dependent on it, okay, in order to accomplish the organizational objectives. Coming to second one, motivation to trainees. Okay, so motivation to trainees means the importance of training should be properly explained to the employees. Training helps employees to increase their performance. We all know this. So this will bring them more financial benefits and create greater avenues for promotion. So when employees realize the need of training for their own benefit and future development, then they will take keen interest, or else they will be serious in taking the training. Okay, so whenever it is beneficiary, we have to, the trainer should create an ease to this trainee, that it will be helpful to him, so in his personal career growth also, and at the same time as financial benefits also. Okay, so therefore adequate monetary as well as non-monetary incentives should be given to the employees in order to motivate him. Okay, so they should be motivated to participate wholeheartedly in training program. So then only the purpose of the training can be achieved. Okay, next, coming to suitable organizational conditions. So the conditions prevailing in the organization should be conducive to the training programs. So the condition should rather encourage the employee to learn more and more. Okay, the person's learning better techniques of doing things should be suitably rewarded also. Means it depends upon the organization conditions. This will not only increase those employees also, but will motivate others also to improve their performance, because seeing them. Okay, so how the performed employees were rewarded, so this encourages the other people who are working in the organization also. So training should be imparted with full support by the top management. If top management supports the training, means seriousness of getting the training will be increased to some extent. Okay, now coming to fourth one, involvement of trainees. Okay, so to make an effective tool of learning, trainees also should be involved in these programs. Why? Because they are the performers, so they should involve seriously. So they should be provided with opportunity to practice the newly needed behavioral norms. Okay, we have to give them an opportunity, okay, to regarding their behavioral norms also. So another one is use of previous training, the previous experience. Okay, use of previous training means the previous experience and the education acquired by the employees should also be made use of while planning the training. Okay, so while we are planning for the training program, definitely we have to analyze the education qualifications and the experience of that particular employee. Okay, so the previous background should be used as a foundation for new development of that particular employee. If the new training is entirely different than what the employee had learned, he will find it difficult in following it. Okay, so training should be related to the previous background of trainees. Okay, and finally coming to feedback. So feedback means the trainee should be provided with feedback about their performance. Okay, if performance of employees is not up to the expected levels means, then they should be told to improve their work. They themselves may not be able to judge whether training has improved their work or not. So therefore we have to, okay, analyze their performance, and we have to give a feedback to the employee, the trainee. So when they get regular and constructive feedback means, definitely it will help them in improving their work. Okay,